Today, we're diving into one of the hottest topics in the mid-size adventure bike world, the Honda CB500X versus its successor, the Honda NX500. If you're in the market for an affordable, versatile, A2 legal adventure bike, you've probably got these two on your radar. The CB500X has been a fan favorite for years, but in 2024, Honda introduced the NX500 with some exciting updates. So, what's changed? Is the NX500 a big leap forward, or is the trusty CB500X still a great buy? Stick around as we break it all down in this head-to-head comparison. First, let's set the stage. The Honda CB500X has been a staple in the adventure bike lineup since 2013, known for its reliability, versatility, and beginner-friendly nature. It's part of Honda's 500cc platform, sharing its 471cc parallel twin engine with models like the CBR500R and CB500F. Over the years, it's seen incremental updates, with the most significant coming in 2022, when Honda added Showa SFF BP forks and dual front disc brakes. But in 2024, Honda shook things up by replacing the CB500X with the NX500, reviving a name from the old NX650 Dominator days. The NX500 isn't a complete overhaul, but rather a refined evolution, bringing new tech, styling, and handling tweaks to the table. Both bikes are A2 legal, making them perfect for new riders or those looking for an affordable, do-it-all machine. But how do they stack up? Let's dive into the specs. Let's start with the numbers. Here's a detailed look at how the 2023 CB500X compares to the 2024 NX500. Both bikes share the same 471cc liquid-cooled parallel twin engine, producing 47.5 horsepower at 8,600 RPM and 43 Nm of torque at 6,500 RPM. The NX500 gets a slight tweak to the ECU for improved low-end acceleration, but the power output remains identical. Both are paired with a 6-speed manual transmission with a slipper clutch. The NX500 is lighter at 196 kilograms, or about 432 pounds, ready to ride, compared to the CB500X's 199 kilograms, about 439 pounds. That 7-pound reduction comes from lighter wheels and minor chassis tweaks. Both feature 41mm Showa SFF BP upside-down forks with 5.9 inches of travel and a Pro-Link rear shock with 5.3 inches of travel. The NX500 has revised spring rates and damping settings for better road and light off-road performance. The NX500 upgrades to dual 296mm front discs with 4-piston Nissan calipers, while the CB500X has dual 296mm discs with 2-piston calipers. Both have a 240mm rear disc with ABS as standard. The CB500X has a 17.7-liter tank, slightly larger than the NX500's 17.5 liters. Mileage is similar, with the CB500X rated at 28.6 kilometers per liter or 67.5 mpg, and the NX500 at 27.8 kilometers per liter, about 65.5 mpg. The NX500's seat height is 830 millimeters, slightly lower and narrower, making it more accessible than the CB500X's 834 millimeters. Both bikes use a 19-inch front and 17-inch rear wheel setup with Dunlop TrailMax tires, but the NX500's wheels are lighter, reducing unsprung weight. The CB500X retailed around $7,199 in the US, while the NX500 starts at $7,399. The NX500's lighter weight and upgraded brakes give it a slight edge in agility and stopping power, while the ECU tweak promises a bit more pep in the low end. But the core platform, engine, frame, and suspension travel remains nearly identical. So, what else has changed? One of the biggest upgrades on the NX500 is its tech package. The CB500X had a basic negative LCD display that was hard to read in bright sunlight and lacked modern features. The NX500 steps up with a 5-inch, full-color TFT display borrowed from the Honda XL750 Transalp. It's brighter, uses optical bonding to reduce glare, and offers 3 customizable layouts: simple, circle, and bar. The NX500 also adds Honda's RoadSync app for smartphone connectivity, enabling turn-by-turn navigation, call and SMS alerts, and music control. This is a big win for tech-savvy riders. The CB500X, by comparison, feels dated with its bare-bones dash.
Another key addition is Honda's selectable torque control on the NX500, which monitors wheel speed and reduces torque to prevent rear wheel slip. You can disable it for more spirited riding, but it's a safety boost for wet or loose surfaces. The CB500X lacks traction control entirely, relying solely on ABS. The NX500 also gets updated switchgear with a backlit dash interface toggle, though oddly, the rest of the controls aren't illuminated. The CB500X's switchgear is functional but lacks the modern polish. One quirk both bikes share is Honda's decision to swap the horn and indicator switch positions, something to get used to. Let's talk looks. The CB500X has a clean, functional adventure bike design, but some felt the CB name, possibly standing for city bike, didn't fully capture its adventure spirit. The NX500, with new X-Over branding, leans into a more rugged, purposeful aesthetic. It gets a sleeker front fairing, a tighter chin, and a new LED headlight that's brighter and more modern. The NX500's bodywork is sharper, with a daily crossover theme that makes it look taller and more adventure-ready. The windscreen is slightly revised, but both bikes could benefit from an adjustable one. The CB500X's design is simpler, which some riders prefer for its understated vibe. Ergonomically, both bikes are beginner-friendly. The NX500's 830mm seat height feels lower due to a narrower profile, making it easier to plant your feet. The CB500X's 834mm seat is still accessible but slightly less confidence-inspiring for shorter riders. Both offer upright riding positions, perfect for long tours or city commuting, with well-placed controls for average-sized riders. Now let's hit the road. The CB500X has always been a jack of all trades, excelling on pavement and handling light off-road demies. Its 471cc engine is smooth, torquey, and vibe-free, making it ideal for cruising at 70 to 80 miles per hour. However, it's not built for high-speed motorways where wind protection and power can feel lacking. The NX500 builds on this with its ECU tweak, giving it a bit more grunt off the line. The lighter weight and revised suspension make it feel more planted on twisty B-roads, and the upgraded brakes offer better stopping power. Reviewers note the NX500's Showa suspension soaks up bumps better than the CB500X, especially with the updated rear shock addressing previous mismatches with the front forks. Both bikes are a blast on winding roads, but the NX500's handling feels a touch sharper thanks to its lighter wheels and tweaked suspension. Off-road, neither is a hardcore dirt machine, but they can handle gravel or light trails with ease. The NX500's traction control adds confidence in slippery conditions, while the CB500X relies on rider skill. Practicality is where these bikes shine. Both offer excellent fuel economy, around 65 to 67 miles per gallon, giving a range of over 300 miles with their 17.5 to 17.7 liter tanks. The NX500's slightly smaller tank is barely noticeable in real-world use. Honda's build quality, even from their Thailand factory, is top-notch, with owners raving about the CB500X's reliability. Early reports suggest the NX500 continues this trend. Accessories are a mixed bag. Honda offers packs like Adventure, Travel, Urban, and Comfort, but they're pricey. Think $105 for brush guards or $345 for crash bars. The NX500 could use a center stand or heated grips as standard, but you'll need to budget extra. Used CB500Xs often come with accessories like handguards or top cases, which can save you money. Price-wise, a new NX500 will set you back about $7,399, while a used 2021 to 2023 CB500X can be had for $5,000 to $6,500 with accessories. If you're on a budget, a used CB500X is a steal, but the NX500's tech and refinements might justify the extra cost for some. So which one's for you? If you're a new rider or on a budget, a used 2021 to 2023 CB500X is a fantastic choice. It's reliable, versatile, and often comes with accessories that make it ready for adventure. You'll miss out on some tech, but you'll save a chunk of change. If you want the latest and greatest, the NX500 is the way to go. The TFT display, traction control, and refined handling make it feel more modern and confidence-inspiring, especially for mixed road conditions. It's worth the extra $200 if tech and safety matter to you. Both are incredible machines for commuting, touring, or light off-roading. The NX500 edges out slightly with its updates, but the CB500X remains a solid contender, especially used. Let us know in the comments which one you'd pick and why. That's it for a Honda CB500X versus NX500 comparison. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell for more bike reviews and comparisons. Check out our other adventure bike videos in the playlist and let us know what you want to see next. Until then, keep the rubber side down and ride safe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next adventure.